All right, here we are, NFL Sunday, Week 6 in the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. I got Anthony with me to break down Week 6. Anthony, how's it going?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Looking forward to today's game. Got the London game starting in 10 minutes.
That's right. Right, it's what is it, a few minutes away from kicking off in London?
Yeah, 10 minutes away.
10 minutes away. The Dolphins and Jaguars. You get just off the cuff. Do you like anybody in that game?
Dolphins.
I'm
Who was
leaning
back
Dolphins.
today? The Jaguars, I tried taking them last week at home, and they were just atrocious. I can't take Jacksonville. I'd rather lose with and fade in them. I'm on Dolphins all the way, too.
Jacksonville for me is a no play until they show something. I would say, right? I mean, you could almost say the same thing about the Dolphins
So
too,
something.
but the Dolphins have a little bit better,
Yeah, but
overall team.
it's a different identity when Tua is at quarterback.
Yeah,
When Jacoby Brissett's quarterback, that defense is on the field the whole game. So of course the defense is going to struggle. Um, I like the Dolphins here. I mean, it's only -3, so it's going to be a great game. I don't
right.
think it's going to be a blowout either.
I think it'll be a good game too. Why don't we talk about some promos? I know you got something going on for Pounded Sports.
Yeah, I got a huge promo today for Pounded Sports. 20 unit bomb today. I did it last Sunday. We got burned. A couple guys got the rest of the year free. We're gonna do it all over again. This time it's gonna be a 2-team money line parlay for NFL. If this does not hit, which it equals -105, it's not a -150, -160. It's a -105. It's a great value
Yep.
parlay. If this does not hit, you're gonna get the rest of the year free. So definitely jump on, go to poundedsports.com, and let's make some money.
I love this play too. I locked this one in as well. That's a great deal, man. Rest of the year free. So I mean, you're talking NFL. There's lots of other games too.
College, NBA,
Yep,
NHL. I mean,
yep.
every sport there is, you can imagine. So
College basketball soon. Uh, all right. Let's we talk a little bit about yesterday. Georgia not
yeah,
covering
let's
the
go
spread.
over a couple. Yeah, the last play of the game, it came down to 3 seconds left in the game. Kentucky scores a touchdown to blow the cover for Georgia. And I would never expect. I mean, I was watching it and I was like, Georgia will stop him. Georgia will stop him. They didn't stop him.
I
They
was
didn't
on the
need to
other
stop
side
him.
of
It
that
didn't
one.
really matter. They already won the game, and that's what. Yeah.
Brutal.
Um,
I'd love to
it
see
was
Georgia play
Alabama
Cincinnati.
came out firing.
Yep.
Yeah, Cincinnati destroyed USCF, like we said. We were wrong on Georgia, and we were wrong on Mississippi State. Mississippi State, no show at home. That's their time to shine. And I'm still, I
Yep.
mean, I still don't understand. I don't know what to do with this Alabama team. I really don't because I back them every time, and it's more like they hit or miss. I fade
Yeah.
them, which is you never fade Alabama, and I get burned by a mile.
Yep.
So I'm done fading Alabama. I really, all it takes is one time stupid on me. Number two, second time, I'm just calling myself the biggest names you can say. I'm like, you're a effing idiot for doing it the second time. So that was on me. But I mean, 17 points at home. I don't care who you're playing. That's a lot of points on the road for Mississippi State. That's not a bad team. So I mean, 17 is a key number that you always want to take the home dog, and that was it burned me. But it is what it is. You got the losses with the wins. Can't win every game. So I'm looking forward to today. It's going to be a huge day today. I already know it's going to be a huge day. I'm calling my shot. That's how confident I am in today's card.
I do too. I like today's card too. There's some good value out there, some good games. Um, I want to. You just mentioned University of Central Florida. They're playing Wednesday against Coastal Carolina. Man, I'd like to jump on that one. I think Coastal Carolina is only a 3-point favorite. I don't see how that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
going to be a great game. That's gonna be a
That's
great
going to
game.
be a good game. I might jump on Coastal Carolina, at the end of today, put my bet in early. But let's get down to the games. First game we're going to talk about is the Chiefs and the football team. And both these teams, these are the two worst first half teams in the NFL for allowing points. So the over for the first half, these are the two top teams. Of course, the Chiefs on the road, they're 6.5 point or 7 point favorites. Football team has not shown anything this season. They lost Ryan Fitzpatrick early. They've got Tyler Heineke in there who's been hit and miss. And the Chiefs have just been unable to stop anybody. And the football team, their defense has been terrible also. I kind of think I'm sensing where you're going with this. How about anything, any leans or strong plays on this game?
The Chiefs are 3-13 against the spread in their last 16 games, dating back to last season. Chiefs just can't cover spreads, and I think this number is just too high, even for the Chiefs. Um, I would lean Washington. I mean, it's not really the. I'm not big on the side. I wouldn't touch the side. I would take the
Yeah.
over. 54. I'm sorry. 54 is a low number for these two defenses. Taylor Heineke is a playmaker. He's going to put points on the board. Chiefs can't stop anything. I mean, that defense is atrocious. Absolute atrocious. The Chiefs
Yeah.
are going to put over 30 points on the board. I mean, this has overridden all over it. So, I mean, this would be the shock if this does not go over because two really good offenses. I mean, Washington has a good offense. They're going to put a lot of points on the board. Versus two bottom of the barrel defenses. You got Jacksonville, you got Kansas City, and Washington. Those are the top 5 worst defenses. They're there. Jacksonville, I think, is the worst, or the Chiefs are the worst. But these two are the maybe top 3 worst defenses in the league. So with really good offenses. So I mean, this has overridden all over it.
All the money's on the over and all the money's on the Chiefs against the spread.
That's just stupid.
The public also all over all of that. It's be a very public game. The football team had and Jerry McLaurin. Of course, they're without Logan Thomas, their playmaking tight end. I don't think it'll matter. Neither team can stop each other. 54s. I can see the Chiefs putting up 31, 35 easy. All the Chiefs have to do is get to 20, 21, 24 around there for this game to go. How about the first half over? Any
over.
First half over, big lean, strong lean there.
I'm thinking about 31 points first half. I mean, it's only 4 touchdowns and 1 field goal for this two teams. You might see a 14-7 or a 7-7 game after the first quarter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 7-7 is very realistic after the first quarter. So, I mean, this has ridden all over. Forget about the side. I mean, you've got to be a real degenerate to be playing the side in this game, personally. Because, I mean, you don't need – there's so many other good plays. Just take the over and just – who cares who scores? Just vote. I mean, it's going to be a high-scoring game, so who really cares about the points in this game or the side?
Great advice. The over's the play. Let's talk about a game that's a little closer to our hearts. You and I grew up watching this rivalry, the Packers and Bears. And, boy, the last time the Bears beat the Packers was 2018. So it's been a while. They got to be hungry for victory here. The Packers, of course, got blown out in game 1 against the Saints and then reeled off 4 straight wins. Bears get 6 points at home, though. Man, so we do like a home dog, you and I. Your thoughts on Bears Packers? I mean, to me, it's like the Bears always seem to lose to the Packers, just at least in recent history.
The Bears are 2-0 against the spread at home, 2-0 against the spread on the first half at home. Packers are 2-1 against the spread on the road, and 2-1 against the spread first half on the road. No way I'm touching the game spread. I'm leaning toward the first half. I think the Bears can keep it close in the first half with the crowd going, all the emotions going. Justin Fields will get just enough. He's got to manage the game. My only concern is the running game for for Chicago. They don't have
Yes.
Montgomery. They don't have Damian Williams. They got a rookie Herbert, which I think is
Yeah.
really good. Herbert's a really good. We just haven't really seen him. We saw a little bit of him last week, and he played really well. My biggest concern is the running game for the Bears because who is their fourth string running back? Because Herbert's not going to get all the carries.
Right.
And
It's Ryan
also-
Nall.
Okay, I have no clue who the hell that is. And
Right,
also,
He's a
we
big
need to-
back.
okay, so we need to make sure Herbert protects the ball. So, I mean, I wish Damian Williams was playing today because he is a beast. He's an animal. He is a veteran. I love
Yep.
Damian Williams for the Bears. Huge pickup. But my lean is the Bears plus 3.5 first half. That's my play in this game.
I'm right there with you. This game feels like an under to me. You know, I could see first half being something like 3-3. I mean, first quarter being 3-3. You know,
You know what? With Aaron Rodgers and the way he just owns the Bears, he's 9-3 against the spread career versus the Bears in 12 meetings.
Yeah.
So he's played the Bears 12 times, and
Yep.
he's 9-3 against the spread. That's sick. I mean, the Packers versus the Bears that we know, Aaron Rodgers will put 30 points against the Bears, no matter how good they are, no matter
yeah,
how bad they are. He destroys. He owns them. I mean, it's so bad that the Bears players wear a T-shirt, property of Aaron Rodgers. It's that bad. So
I sure would love
I-
to see a victory, but you know, recent
it
history
would be. I think this team's a little too young on the offensive
for
side
sure.
and the quarterback wise to beat the Packers.
Yep.
And the Packers aren't impressive. They're really not this season. There's nothing to brag about. They're both cornerbacks are out of this game. So the door is open for vulnerability for the Bears to take advantage. But
Yep.
I just don't think with the coaching staff and the young quarterback, and I don't think they got the receivers to really take advantage of that the opportunity. I think they're just all just short.
Well, 55% of the money is on the Bears plus the points, which is interesting.
Yeah, because
Everybody's
majority
on
of
the
those
over.
people- Majority of those people don't really know the
The history.
the history and how the Packers, Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
Yeah.
And that 2018 matchup was not against Aaron Rodgers. He was out that game the last time they won. So it's a misleading stat. But really, Aaron Rodgers, what was it, 2014? Was that something 2014?
Something like
maybe, or
that.
something
Yep.
That was the last time he actually lost to the Bears. I think he's only
2018.
lost them twice. I think he's only lost to them twice, 10-2 straight up against the Bears.
Yeah, something like
So,
that.
Uh,
Crazy record.
I'm hoping for the Bears. I mean, I'm hoping the Bears win. I'm a Bears fan. They're 2-2. The door is open. I
Yeah.
love Dustin Fields. He keeps the drives alive. But I just feel like they're going to be just short.
But usually the first game between these two teams has been played in recent years up in Lambeau. So the Bears have, you know, gone up there and lost and then, you know, come back home with that, you know, memory of the loss, you know. So the
Yep.
schedule makers did the Bears a little bit of a favor here, putting this first game in Soldier Field. We'll see. I mean,
That's-
the Bears defense
that's
has
the
got to
key.
play a perfect game.
That's the huge advantage for the Bears because I mean, if you see how the Bears play on the road. They don't
Yeah.
play nowhere near like that. How good they play at home. They're two totally different teams.
Yep.
The way they play on the road. So even when we saw them versus the Raiders, that was actually a bad Bears team on the road. When you saw them at home, they're dynamic. They're flashy. They're fun to watch. They're all over Sports Center. Now they're at home, so anything can happen. +6 is a live number. I think the number is too high
Yeah.
because of how good the Bears have been playing at home. So I can see why 55% of the money is on. And it went from -4 Packers up to +6. So
Yeah.
the money is on the Packers, but I just can't touch the game. As tempting as it is,
Yep.
I just can't touch it.
Well, I like that first half play because I could see a tight game for at least the first half. So
Yeah, and
that's a
I
good
believe the the way they play at home or the way they have been playing at home with the hometown crowd, knowing the chips on the shoulder. I just hope Matt Nagy gets his head out of his ass and gets his team going.
All right, let's get into our next game. We got the Cardinals at the Browns. Man, this is interesting because a lot of star power is out in this game. Man, the Browns might be without both Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Really?
The Chubb is out. Kareem Hunt is questionable or doubtful.
Wow.
And then you've got for the Cardinals, Kyler Murray is questionable. Chandler Jones is out. Kyler Murray will probably play. I think DeAndre Hopkins is questionable and Chase Edmonds is out. But to me that spells under to me. But
3 coaches including the head coach for the Cardinals is out with COVID.
Yep.
So I'm going to throw a stat at you.
Yeah.
And I had no clue, and it's going to make you say, "What? Really?" The Cardinals last 12 games on the road went under. I'm sorry, they're 9-3 on the under in their last 12 games on the road.
Yeah.
So with all those players out, no Chase Edmonds, they're gonna have a backup, and those are key players for the Browns. I mean, they have probably the most dynamic running team besides the Ravens. I mean, because that's all they do is freaking run. The Browns have the best running team in my opinion in the league. I mean, I don't really count the Ravens because that's all they do is run. So they're like a Navy, Air Force kind of style. So I really don't count that. But wow, I would lean under.
I would lean under too. That's it spells under. I don't see like these teams mount. I see a lot of 3 and outs. You know,
Baker Mayfield, he's limited. He's nothing without those running backs. Those running backs are the heart and soul of the team.
Yep. And then you've got the pass rush of the Browns.
Oh yeah, very great pass rush by the Browns. Great defense by the Browns when they're healthy. I know they're missing a couple key players on defense too, but what about the Browns play calling on 4th down? The worst play calling I have ever seen in my life in sports. I can't tell. I mean, we saw 2 or 3 of them when they played the Bears, and the Bears sacked Mayfield all 3 times.
Yeah,
and it happens week in and week out. 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Mayfield goes back like it's 1st down and gets sacked for 12 yards. So horrible play calling by the Browns 4th down conversions. The coaching staff needs a lot of help on that.
Yeah, my lean is the under. If I had to pick a side, I think I'm going to stick with the home team. Although I don't like that 3.5 number. It was a lot lower. I think it opened at 2.5.
I would take the Cardinals plus the 3.5 and the under.
Yeah. I think
Kyler
at this
Murray.
point,
the Browns are too injured. If the Browns were healthy, I would lean toward the Browns. But the Cardinals are undefeated. I mean, their defense is playing they really surprised me. So I'm leaning the Cardinals and the under.
All right, my plan would just be the under, but I would stay away from it. It'll be a fun game to watch, though. I think just to find out who's playing, just who's coaching, who's playing, But our other game we're gonna look at is the night game. We've got the Rams going into New York to play the Giants, and man, I'll tell you, Daniel Jones is going to play today.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was a play. I thought we were going to see Mike Glennon. So that's why the number went from Rams minus 10.5 down to Rams minus 8. It's had no Saquon Barkley. So they have no I think Sterling Shepard is playing. Kenny Galladay is out. Darius Slayton is out. Kadarius Toney will play. No Saquon Barkley, like I said. Daniel Jones is in.
Barkley's out.
I still like the Rams. I know they're on the road. I hate to lay 8 points on the road, though. And you're lean for this game?
Rams.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did the wrong game, didn't I? We're supposed to talk about the Seahawks and Steelers. I thought the night game was the Rams. Sorry about that, Anthony. A quick Rams Giants.
You threw me off on that one.
I know. What am I doing? I was convinced that was the night game. Quick thoughts on the Rams and Giants, and then we'll hit the Sunday night game.
Rams. I mean, there's really nothing much. I mean, Rams. Giants are just too beat up. I like the Rams. Cover the spread. I don't know. I really don't know.
All right. Sunday night, the actual Sunday night game where I was wrong about what the game is. It's actually the Seahawks coming into the Steelers, and another quarterback injury situation as Russell Wilson is out. You'll see Geno Smith suit up for the Seahawks, and Pittsburgh's a tough place to play. I know the Bills went in there and roughed up the Steelers, right? But they're pretty good at home. And then no Russell Wilson. Everybody's on the Steelers. What do you think?
Well, Roethlisberger is 2-10 against spread in primetime games in his last 12. He's not good primetime. But the Seahawks, I mean, Russell Wilson was the only highlight of this year's team. Now you got Geno Smith. He looked good when he came in last week. That was when he didn't think of anything. It's easier probably to come in like in that situation than coming in. Now he's going to Pittsburgh. This is a very, very tough game. Honestly, I'm still capping it. I still can't decide +5, -5, over, under. I really don't have enough information to make a decision yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to send this play out tonight for VIPs, but as of right now, I just don't have enough information to make a decision. I'm not even going to lean because it's tough. It's very, very tough.
It is. This is a tough game. You don't know what you're getting with Geno Smith. No. The Steelers' offense has been not good for the Steelers' offense in the past has been great, but the Seahawks' defense is terrible. So I mean, this is a good game for the Steelers to get right with Najee Harris. Of course, they lost Juju Smith-Schuster. They still have 2 or 3 pretty good wide receivers, though, with Deontay Johnson. Chase Claypool is questionable. I expect he'll play with Smith-Schuster out. And then, they have James Washington, who's their 4th wide receiver, and he'll step in and as the 3rd wide receiver. But this is a good game where Najee Harris can go in the game and hurt the Seahawks also in the passing game with the running back out catching screen passes. Now, Harris, a really good receiver. They've got 2 good tight ends with Eric Ebron and Pat Freiermuth. It just comes down to Roethlisberger. Can he, orchestrate enough to take advantage of a bad Seahawks defense? And they have the home field advantage. I lean Steelers. I'm not going to touch anything on the over. Like you said, both of these offenses can struggle. 42 is a low number. They want you to take that over. Looks a little bit like a trap. You might see like a 20-16 game here and get caught. So that's our lean on the games today. Our leans, and we got to give away a lottery ticket first, I think, right?
Yeah, this game's going to be a snooze fest. I mean, I'm not going to watch this game. This is a horror. Even with Russell Wilson was playing, I can't watch this. Any Steelers game this year is just a snooze fest. I mean, I watch Red Zone, and I'm like, take the Steelers game off. I mean, this is boring. I mean, every game this season has just been boring. So, I mean, I'm sorry. This is going to be a boring Sunday night game. I'm probably going to put a movie on or something.
I hear you. What do you say we give away a lottery ticket? All right.
So it's a mini lottery ticket, really. And I'm gonna. So this is the official mini lottery ticket for the show, but I'll give you some if you want to increase your value. So we
right.
start off with the Chiefs over 54, Rams money line, Colts money line, Cowboys money line, which a lot of people have Patriots, but I just don't see the Cowboys losing this game.
Yeah.
And then you got the Broncos money line at home versus the Raiders. Steelers money line. I don't see the Steelers losing. The question is, do they cover the spread? So
Yep.
Steelers at home versus Geno Smith. And then tomorrow the Bills. I think that's a no-brainer. The Bills money line. You really think they're going to lose to Tennessee, though has no defense? They just beat up a Jacksonville team, so that's kind of really misleading. So $25 pays $310. To me, they're basically only betting on one game.
Yeah.
And that's the over and the Chiefs over. And I like this Chiefs over as much as I like the Steelers money line. So
I love this play. I wish I could play it.
So if you want to increase your value, you can add the Bears plus 3.5 first half. That'll put your value to just over $400. And then if you wanted to do another one, you're going to be over $600. So this is the base. If you wanted to increase your value, add 1 to 2 spreads, and you got like 100, or then another 300 added to this total. But I just don't see a weakness out of this parlay. I just don't see a weakness.
I like it, man. That's a great play. I wish I had bet this one before I left Iowa.
I just put it together this morning, and also, so I did one the same exact ticket, but I added the Dolphins, and it's like $430. But then I have one with the Bears plus 3.5 first half, and it's $606. So I did 3 of these with added value, and that's how I came up with it. But I can't really leave out the Dolphins because Dolphins started already 15 minutes ago.
Right. All right. So what do you say we give out a couple free play or two?
Definitely.
All right. All right. We didn't make up any ground yesterday, huh?
We lost one game overall.
We lost one overall. We were 1-2 yesterday.
1-2 because of Georgia instead of otherwise total 2-1. But I gotta say, majority of this free play, half of it is props. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is. We're giving you free plays from the show, but the crazy thing is the VIPs, they're winning.
Yeah.
So I can't put the top play on the show when I got people paying me for the premium plays. So,
right. Max Edge VIP, I think, was 3-1 yesterday.
I think so.
Was it 3-1 or 3-2? So if you
2-2.
2-2. We had some good plays in there yesterday. All right. So our free plays today are Bears plus 3.5 first half. I like that play too. And Chiefs Washington over 54. That's my favorite. One of my favorite plays of the day today is the over. I even like the over in the first half for the Chiefs and the football team.
And I gave the over in the Chiefs for 3 units to my VIPs, and I gave the Bears for 2 units.
Nice.
And if anyone knows about my pricing, every $100 is a unit, and the 2 to 3 units is my smallest unit. I got 5 units in this Dolphins game that they're driving and they're in the red zone. So
they had a big play just a second ago.
Yeah.
All right, man. Another great show. We are back here tomorrow evening, I think, right? Yep. 5:15 with G-Dog from G-Dog Sports, man. We'll be talking Monday Night Football. That's the Bills and the Titans. So we'll break that one down with G-Dog and give out a free play. Catch us here. It'll be 6:15 Eastern, right? 6:30 Eastern, around there.
Yep.
6:30 Eastern tomorrow. So before the game kicks off, check in with us and get your free play. Anthony, thanks again, man. I'm gonna sign off now, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
You too.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction. Unstoppable. unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible, unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire, to be